field, and on goes the game. We're into injury time, 2 minutes, I make it. Well, I don't know how many minutes, there's 3 minutes to be added on the board. That's probably going to be 4 or 5 before we finish. 3 minutes it says. Up they go, the dogs in the middle of it again. But the ball breaks in, out comes Joe Kenny again. He's really made a difference in the last few minutes. We were saying he was under pressure for a while with Michael John Quinn, but what a way he's finishing the game. Inside now to Donoghue. David Donoghue, high and over the bar for Athenry. For the first time in a few years, so Athenry were last involved against Abbey Denairy. It breaks down the middle again, up goes Brian Hanley, but doesn't get it cleanly. Muldoon pulls and out comes Athenry and Brian Higgins. The men with the experience now, to Michael Donlan and Michael Gill. Donlan kicks the ball in, but Ollie Kenny lets it slip out of his hands. It's inside now, and David Donoghue is there tight on him. Ollie Kenny with the ball on his stick comes out and does all Ollie Kenny already does, that clears the ball away. Down out towards Kieran Ryan. About 2 minutes to go or so in the county final. Laid off by Ryan, but not done very well. Picked up in the well by Damien Hayes. Hayes sprinting away, lose the ball. Out comes Athenry and Brian Higgins. Brian Higgins, down it goes. Out comes Mick Gill, but Michael Donlan is causing him problems in the last few minutes. The ball is under their feet. It's anybody's ball, and Eugene Clune is out there. Joe Rabbit is there. It's going to be a throwing ball again. There can't be very long to go now. Away from it and picked up well by Caulfield. Emma Caulfield lays it off the chance here for Carroll. The substitute high over the bar! My God, he's got the winner. It looks like Derek Carroll has got the winner, Joe, for Athenry.
Yeah, well left out by
Portumna come back, but out comes Brian Hanley. Well, are we looking at the county champions of 2003 losing their crown in the last few moments. Inside the David Donoghue Athenry. Can he seal it for the men in the maroon and white? Near the line, it's a free out though, it's a free out for Portumna. Brian Hanley then with the line ball, strikes it high, down the field it goes. They pull down their Gill pulls, but it's picked up by Donoghue. It's a score, it's high, it's over the bar for Athenry. Anyone that said Athenry were finished with, they got their answer today, Joe.
That was some score by David Donoghue. He hadn't much time to shoot. It was very close.
Portumna need a goal now. The ball is laid off by Brian Higgins, the far side to John Feeney. John Feeney leads it to Caulfield. The man who laid off the ball for Carroll to get the first score of those two. But O'Donnell with a chance to let it in. There's nobody in there though. Not many anyway. The ball to Niall Hayes. Niall Hayes and Joe Kelly. It comes to Smith. The ball is whipped away for Athenry. To Thomas Kelly. Thomas Kelly, the head down. Gets in his hand. So on away for Athenry. He's got the ball and a chance to clear it. He does that. Way down the field against Mick Gill. It's won though by the substitute, Peter Smith for Portumna. Can he be a hero? Can he get the ball in? To Andrew Smith. They've got to get a goal. They're on the solo. It could be the ball that will get the ball for a goal. It's still there. Out come Athenry, and surely that's the end of this final. And it is. There's the final whistle. The final whistle. And Athenry the champions by 15 points. 15 points for Athenry, 13 points for Portumna.
In the vital last 15 minutes, because Brian Feeney really came very strong into this game. Very well backed up by Brian Higgins, and very well backed up by Mike John Quinn. The switch to Athenry made, bringing back Mike John Quinn to wing back, bringing in Mike Johnson. Certainly was a big help in winning this game for Athenry. But Athenry on merit, and it can never be denied. Well, Thomas Kelly kept storming into the game there, first to finish. Diarmuid was very solid, John Feeney solid, and Brian Hanley came into the game after being out of it maybe for a period. True substitution enough to bring on David Caulfield. He did well, he'll always do it. I'm ahead of Robert Hurling. I would like to congratulate the whole team on a great game of hurling. Thought the bitter in, and it's a pity that I had to be a loser until today. A big day for the next time. Now, it's a very special occasion. Our after that thank the Couriers for the generous contribution to this championship. And I hope that they got a good run for their money. Ladies and gentlemen,
honour for me to stand up here on behalf of St. Mary's, that's right, for the club and for the team today. We had a long year, and our aim all year was to get to the county final and win the county final. So I'd like to give 3 cheers for Portumna. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! I'd like to thank a few people on behalf of the 45 players we had here today. I'd like to thank Tom Hurling, Tom Page, the great Pascal Healy, and our trainer Sherry McNamara. And there's one man, and I have to single him out. He's enthusiasm this year. It's the reason I'm standing up here today. He got us all on side again this year, and that his aim was to get here today. And that's the wonderful, enthusiastic Billy Coffey.
And he had a sensational day. I didn't pick man of the match, but in my eyes, the man of the match was Brian Feeney.
All right.